Following Matt Roloff's significant declaration regarding the future of Roloff Farms, supporters of Little People, Big World mailed Amy Roloff a warning. Season 25 of Little People, Big World is bringing viewers up to date with a variety of news about the Roloff family after its more than year-long hiatus. Zach Roloff's medical crisis, requiring emergency shunt surgery, was one of the most spectacular incidents. What happens to the Roloff family farm is another significant plot point for this season. In the Little People, Big World Season 25 premiere, Matt told Amy that she would receive the farm after his death. TLC shared a snippet of this conversation on Instagram. Fans responded strongly to the Instagram image in the comments area. Several people on social media stated that Amy should request that a contract be written or included to Matt's will in order to make sure he keeps his word. Amy did not appear pleased at all when Matt made his revelation. Instead, she reacted with shock. According to Espino, Amy was most likely taken aback and would want to get confirmation in writing. Ultimately, Matt had already made commitments that he was unable to fulfill. Amy should make sure Matt is unable to back out because Janice Lynn stated that Matt is quite shady and frequently changes his mind. In reference to Karen's statement that she doesn't want the farm, Bonatachika says she doesn't trust Matt's current partner, Karen Chandler, stating, "That woman is not that kind to do something like that." Fans of Little People, Big World are split on Matt's choice to leave Amy the farm following his death. Naturally, Amy has a large number of supporters, but there's a vocal fan base that believes Amy ought to have shown more appreciation after she learned she was going to receive the farm. Amy is very ungrateful and doesn't deserve anything, Jen Sager Lawson remarked. Amy was to be joyful and say thank you, or else Ravishingrid had commanded. Arnon Vocals described Amy as sour and pointed out that her response says a lot. Amy was taken by surprise, as stated by one of the Instagram users. She had no idea that she would be taking over Matt's land. She probably wasn't thrilled since she needed some time to take in this significant news. It is likely that Matt chose to gift the farm to Amy in order to prevent family strife if their kids start squabbling over who should inherit it. That would transform what should be a period of grieving for their late father, since this is what will happen after his death, into anarchy. Even though their kids don't agree with the choice, leaving the farm to Amy guarantees a seamless transition. Matt Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, doesn't like the way his ex-wife, Amy Roloff, runs things and has even gone so far as to term her a tyrant. As shown in Little People, Big World Season 25, Matt and Amy are still very much a part of one another's life, even though they are no longer a relationship. In 1987, Matt and Amy tied the knot, but they divorced in 2015. Since then, they have gone on to other relationships. Amy with Chris Merrick and Matt with Karen Chandler. They have all permitted spectators to witness a great deal of it up close and yet need to communicate with one another. A teaser for the upcoming Little People, Big World Season 26 episode was recently released by EAT. In the video, Matt meets with Amy, Karen, Chris, and others to organize every aspect of an impending fundraising event. Sadly, things don't go as to plan. Amy assumes the role of leader in charge of organizing. Matt acknowledges in a confessional that Amy can transition from micromanager to tyrant more quickly than he can. She is more than capable of dictating to others. Having shared his life with Amy for over 3 decades, he understands her motivations and vice versa. Amy intervenes at the meeting when the group is unable to agree on a date for the fundraiser and states that August 19th is the official date. Amy shuts down any suggestion of bringing in a tent right away, saying it would cost much too much. Amy is obviously thinking about their money in addition to the date, as they won't be able to buy some items. It would be preferable for everyone if this preparation was completed as soon as possible, so she is aware that someone needs to take decisive action rather than being ambiguous. Amy is the most qualified member of the group to be the leader, Chris even says. He notes that while Amy has the greatest expertise, he believes it would be best for Matt and him to handle the more incidental tasks. Karen says she is perfectly okay with Amy being in control during a confessional session with Matt. They came up with the concept and will help act as co-pilot. She explains. Karen quips cynically, "This is going to be fun," in response to Matt's jest about Amy organizing a fundraiser for him. The relationship between Matt, Amy, Chris, and Karen is becoming tight. Working together as ex-partners can't be easy for Matt and Amy. And then there are the new partners who have to tolerate the sarcasm and arguments. Someone needed to stand up in this little people, big world setting since it didn't seem like anything was getting achieved. And if Amy was that someone, then fine. It appeared that no one else was prepared to take the essential actions to ultimately advance the planning process. One of TLC's longest-running programs is Little People, Big World. Fans of Little People, Big World have seen various aspects of all the cast members during the course of so many years and seasons. Zachary and Jeremy are included in this. Much though they were twins, they were very different from one another, and as adults, their distinctions become much more pronounced. There was a severe division in the family after their father, Matt Roloff, declined to sell them a portion of the property. Zach and Jeremy were the victims of this agricultural war, which was even documented by the show. The property disagreement caused a problem between them, even if they don't get along well with Matt. Social media makes it clear that the family doesn't get together too often, but that all seems to have happened in the past. There's evidence that they could have reconciled after all in a recent post. Little People, Big World first gained popularity on screen about 20 years ago. All four children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, grew up to be admirable young people as a result. Still, there's a great deal of distance between them, as the past several seasons have shown. Since the farm conflict, they haven't been as close as they once were. It was because of this that Zach and Tori made the decision to leave Oregon and go to Washington. As a result, the Roloff family in Oregon does not get to spend time with Tori and Zach's relatives. However, there is hope for everyone according to a recent post. A peek of Audrey Roloff's children, Ember, Bode, and Radley, interacting with Tori's son Jackson and daughter Lila was shown on her Instagram stories. Fans think the family is back together after seeing anything like this. However, a few Little People, Big World fans commented on this meetup on Reddit. A lot of people think that extended families have to do it. The members need to spend time together even in the face of a great deal of distance and diversity. The fan community was relieved to finally see Audrey and Tori making an effort to unite everyone. In addition to the conflict among the family, Matt and Karen just announced their engagement. Fans of Little People, Big World saw how the pair shared the news in the group conversation. Although everyone was thrilled for Matt's achievement, he acknowledged that Zach and Tori remained silent or unresponsive to the news. It was obvious from it that they did not approve of this new stage in Matt and Karen's lives. According to their last update, Matt and Karen are expected to tie the knot this year. Most likely, in August or September, it will take place. Audrey and Jeremy haven't spoken anything about their feelings yet, but Zach and Tori's position is clear. However, as their family is not included in the show, it is impossible to know for sure whether or not they will attend the wedding. Nevertheless, Matt and Karen will undoubtedly invite Zach and Jeremy's families as well. Whether or if they choose to attend the wedding will only become clear with time.